Welcome to Frank's Out. This is your host Frank the Vamp, and we're taking a break from our usual series just to get a couple of reviews across of some movies I've seen lately. The one that I've been wanting to do a review on, I've seen it already for a while. It's the Blair Witch 2016. And oh my gosh, I had no expectations of this movie whatsoever. Uh, I'm not the biggest fan of the original. However, I do recognize that it's a great exercise of basically you can literally scare yourself to death. I love the ambiguity whether you don't know if it's the Blair Witch or the actual or it's just your own nerves, your own fear of the unknown, going into the Black Hills and going through this. So when the sequel hit that, it went to shit. And basically, the new one, some people say, oh, they're going to regain the magic of the original. I sincerely doubt it. So the way I actually ended up watching this movie was funny because I was supposed to watch this movie with Ben Affleck. It's called The Accountant or something like that. My girlfriend and I were supposed to watch it. However, when we got to the theater, we saw that there was a big ass line for the movie, and we weren't in the mood of sitting on the back of the theater or I mean in the very front of the theater with looking up right here and watching the screen and being uncomfortable. So we saw that there was nobody at the theater where the Blair Witch was playing. So we looked at each other and said, "How bad can it be?" Yeah, we shouldn't have asked that question. Uh, uh, Let me say what I like about it. I actually like a couple of things, and I actually like them very much. There is a time jump element, like a time slip that the characters are what they consider to be normal time is not. So, and when there's a character separations, what they experience is to be hours, some other I experiences to be days. There's also a space displacement that they're supposed to just have gone into the woods by a couple of miles, and then they're deep into the woods with a shot of the little plane, the little drone they carry. And this is pretty much well the time slip. Oh yeah, and I do like the ending dynamic. I like not just the fact that it's better shot. It looks better because obviously the technology, right? And but there's just so many unanswered questions in this movie. So I like the way it's shot. I like that. I like the getting close to the end of the at the house where you kind of know it's gonna be the last 15 minutes of the movie. It's not half bad. It's kind of unique. It explores the house actually more than it did before. Causes the characters to go even underground and places, and there's something done with the shot technology that it's really neat. Like you can see it on the tablet, but it's not necessarily there, and it's kind of cool. So that's what I like. What I didn't like is that this movie is well, first of all, it's the actors. Oh my god! I mean, they're worse and worse. They make the stupidest decisions that anybody could make. They pretty much make the same mistakes as their counterparts. The dude, the plot is this dude looking for her sister, lost from the original movie, and it's it and that's the thing that he would have done the research. He should have known better. Yes, a GPS and a drone, which could open up a lot of possibilities about new and some cameras angles that they couldn't get before. they're completely wasted. You know, how cool would it been to see from the drone? You know, we could have seen the footage of something coming in, some shadow coming in, and trying to kill them, but you couldn't see it in plain sight. Something like that. You know, it's completely wasted. Completely wasted opportunity. It's just a bunch of wasted opportunities, bad acting, bad dialogue, bad decisions, bad premise, you know, incomprehensible motivation of the characters, um, and the scares. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. There's one thing that I did like is the actual sticks, the dolls, the little stick dolls of the Blair Witch. You know, those actually have a purpose. You know, and one of those done, you know, pretty. It causes a pretty nasty reaction when it's interacted with. I'm not going to spoil that. Um, but the way it ends, the way they behave, the way it carries, almost like a clone of the original. No imagination, no direction, misuse of the technology. To me, it's carelessness of making the film completely utterable, forgettable. Besides, for a couple of things, if you are a true found footage fan and you want to see your die hard, you know, you wait for the DVD bargain bin. I am predicted this movie will be $1. Maybe not this year, but next year. I mean, this is gonna take a little bit of time, but it will be eventually $1. Or if you live in the UK, it will be £1. If you live in the European Union, it'll be €1. It'll be the worst of the worst. It's just not worth it, guys. I tried to. Yes, there's some good things, but you know, it's almost like you see. I hate to make this analogy, but it's looking at like, oh, there's a piece of corn inside the third, and it looks neat. Yeah, that piece of corn, but it's surrounded by shit. That to me is the Blair Witch Project 2016.